Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, Strong Style, Cinephile, and Justice Society, World War II. Let us geek about it for a scant few minutes. Now, I had been waiting with bated breath for this to come out because I'm a huge JSA mark. Huge. I'm even in my custom action figure endeavors, I'm doing a set of Justice Society custom action figures. I love the JSA. I even did what was going to be sort of a Arrowverse-esque take on the JSA. I was going to be a couple solo stories and then bring them together for a team up. We just did Wildcat and that was it. Didn't kind of fizzled out after that, but that's how much of a fan I am. I just love the JSA. So when I saw the JSA having their own animated movie, there's going to be no Batman shoehorned in it, I was sold. So let's geek about it for a scant few minutes. Now, is the movie great? Yes. Is it not without its faults? Yes. Does it stumble a bit towards the finish? Yes, it does, but does that take away from the overall enjoyment of the flick? I don't think so. Now, it takes place in present day where it's kind of like a year one type of thing where the Flash knows about like Superman, but they haven't teamed up all that much before. There's no league or anything like that. It's very early on in the Flash's career, I think. Matt Bomer is the voice of Barry Allen in this case, and it's interesting kind of how some of these people who are in various live action as well as animated endeavors with DC, they kind of stay around that bubble because, of course, Matt Bomer's in Doom Patrol. He's also the voice here, and there's some others who have been in some live action and stuff as well as some animated stuff. So it's interesting, they kind of stay close to the DC bubble. Barry is on a date with Iris, and you can kind of see that he's very scatterbrained. He doesn't have the focus that she would like to have on her and on the current the moment, living in the moment. Something happens, he zips off, encountering Superman. Again, like I said, Superman that he knows of, but he hasn't worked with. There's no league. Battling Brainiac, shenanigans happen. He gets sent back in time to World War II, and he ends up helping the JSA with Nazis and a larger plot. Won't get into spoiler territory there with the kind of twist that I actually didn't see coming. On into the sort of Deus Ex moment they have at the end that I was like, but it is what it is. It's not perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect. Loved seeing the JSA though. Black Canary, seeing Hourman, seeing Jay Garrick in his prime. Loved that. It was kind of funny because at one point the Flash taught Jay Garrick a trick, and then Jay Garrick taught the Flash a trick that neither one of them had done before. So I thought that was interesting. Some of the banter between Hourman and the Flash was cool. Hawkman, I'm just used to seeing Hawkman as an angry dude, be it how he was in Smallville, how he was in the Arrowverse, how I'd seen him in various comics. He's always seems to be the angry punch first, ask questions later type of guy. And in this, he was very quiet, stoic, kind of in the background. He had some lines, some banter, some interactions with Black Canary. But he seemed mostly kind of stoic, quiet. So it was kind of a stark contrast to how we've seen him portrayed before, which was interesting. And I'm wondering maybe if he was kind of portrayed that way to kind of be an opposite end of Diana, who's Wonder Woman, who leads the team that's put together by the president. But she leads the team, and she's like, this is the one to see. We're spoiled by animated versions of Wonder Woman because we get to see her doing what Wonder Woman should do. Wonder Woman should just be a bad mofo as far as just going in, kicking butt, taking names, and that's what she does in here. She's very straightforward. She's very just aggressive and brutal, and just the fight stuff with her, how she just casually, even when she's in the heat of battle, just throwing tanks around, throwing dudes around and all that kind of stuff. And then there's a moment where she's talking to Flash, dude pops out of a doorway, she just like, boom, just kicks him into the wall, and just how she just did that and just didn't even really kind of break conversation with the Flash. Stuff like that was great, and you get spoiled by that, and then you have crap like Wonder Woman 1984 where she beats the villain with her wonder words. It's just, I went into that like wanting to see the animated kind of Wonder Woman that we always see. So I don't want to go on another diatribe about Wonder Woman 1984 and how much that sucks. You can see that other video that I did on that. But it was just cool to see Wonder Woman being that Amazon warrior in this. Seeing how the Flash interacted with some of the past JSA members was cool. Dr. Fate plays a part in it, and there's some things that Flash needs to do, some things that he needs to learn before he can go home. And overall, it was just an enjoyable movie. Like, you get to see some good JSA action in their prime. It's a good story with the Flash. Matt Bomer makes a great, new kind of Barry Allen. So it was just enjoyable for me personally. I'd give it, like, if we had to put it on a scale like a solid 8 out of 10. I mean, 7 out of 10 7.5 out of 10 if I really wanted to nitpick at it, but I don't because I love JSA. So I'd say like 8 out of 10 for me. It's enjoyable. I've seen it a couple times. I'm gonna watch it a few more times. I'll grab it on Blu-ray when I can. It's just a great, fun, animated movie that's going to take you an hour and 24 minutes to get through. So, you know, it's not too short, not too long. So that's some of the gripes I have with some of these animated endeavors. They're a bit too short. They're like 78 minutes or 80 minutes, and that's just a bit too short for me. Now, 90 minutes, that's like the sweet spot. And this was an hour and 24 minutes. So it was right in the sweet spot of stuff, of time lengths for these animated projects. So I love it overall. It was good. Anyway, those are some of my thoughts on it, scattered as they often are. What do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Until next time, let us geek.